love getting my name on stuff. In Jacksonville, I got a flu virus named after me because I kissed a bat on a dare.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at TV episodes that played differently since they first aired because of what we know now.
Your flight's gonna make an unscheduled stop in exactly 22 minutes.
Number 30, Robot Chicken's half-assed Christmas special, Robot Chicken. Only Robot Chicken would think to mix misery with a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Linus, you're awake! Why am I tied up? Because you're going to write me the love letter I always wanted.
This segment is naturally full of twisted moments, one of which has only become darker with age. Searching for a tied-up Linus, Snoopy dons a Batman costume. Everyone thus mistakes him for Val Kilmer, even if the getup is more Adam West than Batman Forever.
Val Kilmer? Hey, you're my brother's dog!
When Snoopy gets to, well, Snoopy, Sally sends him the way of Old Yeller. Hearing Linus say Val Kilmer's dead wasn't the same after the actor passed away from pneumonia in 2025, following his throat cancer diagnosis a decade earlier. Much like how Snoopy is a nonverbal character, Kilmer struggled to speak out loud during his final years, adding another unexpected parallel to this parody.
The Navy needs Maverick. The kid needs Maverick.
Number 29, I Do, I Don't, The Steve Harvey Show. In 2025, Sean Diddy Combs stood trial in a major sexual abuse case. While Combs was found guilty on some charges, a not guilty verdict was returned for the more serious ones. Nevertheless, it's hard to look back at Combs' media mentions throughout the years without considering certain things.
Hey, Steve, this Sean Puppy Combs. Puff Daddy, be my pal.
Who are you, man?
This joke from Supernatural is one example.
So what kind of thing likes virgins and gold? P. Diddy?
Alleged sex crimes aren't the only controversy in Diddy's career. He's also been embroiled in the rumored East and West Coast rapper rivalry, which he tried to defuse with Snoop Dogg in a 1997 Steve Harvey Show appearance. The episode seemed like a response to Tupac's 1996 murder. With the Notorious B.I.G. being gunned down weeks after this episode aired, though, the rivalry felt realer than ever.
Now, Steve, haven't you learned your lesson? That ain't the way to handle problems, baby.
Yeah!
Number 28, Jared Has AIDS, South Park. Jared Fogel's cameo in Community is among the many that didn't age terribly well. Conversely, this South Park episode has only grown more timely since its debut in 2002.
It's amazing how slim you can get with AIDS.
I'll bet you can.
Would you like to meet them?
Them?
My aides. Scott, Tyler. Scott is my personal trainer and Tyler is my dietitian. Hello.
Oh, AIDS, AIDS.
Yeah, hooray for AIDS!
While Fogel doesn't voice himself, South Park inadvertently foretold the world turning on the former Subway spokesperson. Here, it's all one big misunderstanding, with the town thinking that Fogel wants to spread AIDS, the virus.
AIDS for everyone! Get him!
In reality, Subway had a legitimate reason for dropping Fogel, who was convicted for his predatory actions in 2015. When South Park first aired this episode, part of the joke was that Jared Fogle seemed like the last celebrity who would be deemed controversial. Now it's funny, not to mention unsettling, for how spot on it was.
Excuse me. Am I being fired?
Number 27, Chris Langham, The Muppet Show. If you watch The Muppet Show on Disney+, you'll notice that a couple of episodes are missing. The most notable omission is the episode hosted by comedian Chris Langham, who is a writer on the show. He even shared in an Emmy win for his writing contributions in 1981. While Langham wasn't the biggest name, he filled in as the guest star when Richard Pryor dropped out at the 11th hour. While Langham got the producers out of a tight spot, his presence ultimately hurt the episode's legacy. Two years after his 2005 arrest, Langham was convicted of sexual abuse crimes and served several months. Although Disney claims certain episodes were pulled due to music rights, we doubt that Langham's career-ending scandal wasn't a factor. Number 26, Statute of Limitations, Touched by an Angel. The Season 2 finale of this drama series features a young Paul Walker who was a few years away from hitting it big with the Fast and the Furious franchise. Walker played Jonathan, who takes another character named Morgan to the prom.
All right, you kids have fun now. Just remember to be home by midnight.
Daddy, get for you. Drive careful.
Although the couple is told to drive safely, Morgan's sister Claudia gives them a bottle of booze before leaving. Claudia later finds their car is crashed. Morgan, who is behind the wheel, survives, but Jonathan doesn't.
Where's Jonathan? He's dead.
In 2013, Walker lost his life in a car accident with Roger Rodas, who was driving. Unlike the Touched by an Angel episode, no alcohol or other substances played a role, but it's impossible to rewatch without thinking about Walker's tragic fate.
I'm sorry, really. Let's go.
Number 25, Eric's Burger Job, That 70s Show. That 70s Show in its entirety doesn't play the same given what we know now about actor Danny Masterson, who was convicted of sexual assault crimes in 2023.
Is there a problem here? No, sir. Officer, there's no problem at all, right, Jackie?
There's nothing in the bag.
Some viewers may separate the actor from the character, but there are a few moments involving Stephen Hyde where fiction blends with reality.
Think about it. We hold information that could crush the very heart and soul of one of our best friends. I live for days like this.
The earliest example comes in a season 1 episode as the gang tries to get jobs at a burger joint. When asked where they see themselves in 5 years, Hyde has a one-word answer:
Prison.
He wasn't far off. In fact, the assaults that led to Masterson's conviction occurred in 2003, 5 years after this episode aired. It'd take another 20 years for Hyde's premonition to reach the real world. Number 24, the monstrous monkey mash, The Monkees. The Monkees shot to household name status thanks to their 60s TV show, even if the series itself often took some pretty odd turns.
I think Davey's in trouble. We better go help him.
One of the most bizarre episodes involved a monster mash with the boy band disappearing one by one. Davy Jones is the first to go, with Peter Tork vanishing not long after. When Michael Nesmith gets separated from him, Mickey Dolenz has to confront his fear of going solo.
You ought to get a haircut, they won't let you in Disneyland.
This sequence aligns with the order in which the band members died in real life. Jones passed away in 2012, followed by Tork in 2019, and then Nesmith in 2021. As of writing, Dolenz is the only living monkey left. That's the creepiest thing about this episode.
There's no more monsters as far as I can see.
Right.
Number 23, Blood Brothers, MASH. Although MASH was a comedy on the surface, its wartime setting led to numerous dramatic moments that blindsided viewers. If there's one episode that's even sadder now, it's Blood Brothers, featuring a then unknown Patrick Swayze.
The first thing I'm gonna do when we get home is take that Merc down off the blocks. We're gonna go cruising right over to Green Bay and pick up a couple of waitresses at the all-you-can-eat place, right, Dan? I knew you'd remember that.
The future superstar appeared as Private Gary Sturgis, who offers to donate his blood to a friend in the hospital. Inspecting his blood, though, the doctors find that Sturgis has leukemia. Sturgis's fate is left ambiguous, but he isn't optimistic about his survival.
We're not sure. We think you may have leukemia.
God almighty.
While Swayze didn't get leukemia, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2008. Like a true soldier, Swayze balanced work while seeking treatment. Unfortunately, it was clear that Swayze had limited time, which ran out after another year.
If you want to talk or if there's anything you need, just call me, okay?
Sure.
Number 22, The End of the World, Trackdown. Only lasting 2 seasons, Trackdown would likely blend in with this era's countless other Western shows if it weren't for one episode that became surprisingly relevant almost 60 years later.
I bring you a message. A message few of you will be able to believe.
In an episode entitled The End of the World, a charlatan says that doomsday is on the horizon and he's their savior. The only way to prevent disaster is to build a wall and buy his crappy merch. Although his claims are outrageous, the townsfolk are easily duped. If you call him a fraud, he'll threaten to sue. Guess what this con man's name is?
Your name is Trump? Dr. Walter Trump.
There are really only 2 differences. 1, Walter Trump pays for his crimes, facing arrest in the end. 2, this Trump doesn't try to hide the fact that he's balding.
You're under arrest, Trump. What charge? Well, you write it any way you like. Grand theft, fraud, I think a jury will find it stealing.
Number 21, It's Only a Test, Beverly Hills 90210. Shannon Doherty will be remembered for several roles, but Brenda Walsh put her on the map. In the first season of this decade-defining teen drama, Brenda fears the worst when she notices a lump in her breast.
So I did the test and I thought that I felt something. Where? Here.
The episode revolves around the test that could change the course of Brenda's life. Thankfully, the biopsy shows that there's nothing wrong with Brenda, but the experience leaves her with a new outlook.
Hello? Yes, this is Brenda.
Almost 25 years later, Doherty found herself in the same situation as Brenda, although her results sadly came back positive. While she was in remission by 2017, the cancer eventually resurfaced and spread, ending Doherty's life in 2024. Doherty in this episode nonetheless played a significant role in raising breast cancer awareness.
Gave us all a pretty good scare.
I know. And imagine how I felt.
Number 20, Norm Macdonald and Theo James, Late Show with David Letterman. Although comedian Norm Macdonald received a multiple myeloma diagnosis in 2013, few were aware of his health issues until he died in 2021.
And you guys, we all know that David Letterman was the greatest talk show host who ever lived. But
Examining Macdonald's career during this period, there were signs that his health was declining. In May 2015, Macdonald performed on Late Show with David Letterman, saying it would be his last time. The late-night talk show was ending its run that same month.
But if something is true, it is not sentimental, and I say in truth, I love you. Oh my God.
Knowing that Macdonald was privately facing a health crisis, though, his parting words take on an even more bittersweet sentiment. Although Macdonald was a master of sarcasm, he tearfully parted with sincere words to his friend Dave. Macdonald lived another 6 years, but his final Late Show feels like a goodbye in more ways than one.
Very funny, Norm, and thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen. That was very sweet, Norm. Good night, everybody.
Number 19, September 13th, 1978, The Dating Game. From Steve Martin to John Ritter, this classic game show featured several then unknowns who would make headlines in the years following their episodes. Easily the most infamous was Rodney Alcala, aka the dating game killer.
Between takes, he might find him skydiving or motorcycling. Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome.
By the time Alcala appeared as a contestant in 1978, he already had an arrest record with charges including assault and substance possession. Yet Alcala concealed his secret life as a serial killer, repeatedly slipping through the hands of justice. Alcala not only competed on the dating game, but won.
Say hello to Rodney Alcala. Rodney, come on and say hello. Congratulations, Rod. You did it with the one answer.
Despite this, Bachelorette Cheryl Bradshaw quickly sent something off about Alcala, refusing to go on the date. Few could imagine how right Bradshaw was until Alcala was arrested again in 1979, leading to his ultimate downfall.
Because Alcala would later be found guilty of 7 murders. Investigators believe he may have actually killed up to 130 victims based on photos found on his property.
Number 18, Mork meets Robin Williams, Mork and Mindy. Between his stand-up roots and headlining major motion pictures, Robin Williams' ascension to superstardom arguably started on the small screen as an alien named Mork.
I mean, managed by myself, do you know who you're talking to?
Yes.
Oh.
In one of the Happy Days spin-offs more meta episodes, Mork has a close encounter with Williams. It sounds like a silly premise, but audiences got a glimpse of the real Williams that wouldn't truly hit us until the end of his life over 30 years later. When Mindy asks what it's like to be famous, Williams opens up about the pressures a life in the spotlight brings.
I don't know why I can't say no. I guess I want people to like me. I hate myself for that.
Reporting what he's learned, Mork says that some celebrities are victims of their own fame, such as Elvis and Marilyn Monroe. Sadly, Williams would one day join this list of legends.
I thought all stars were rich, live in mansions, and drive big eggs.
I know, sir, that's the common misconception. But you see, to get that, you have to pay a very heavy price. You have responsibilities, anxieties, and, well, to be honest, sir, some of them can't take it.
Number 17, Finale, Murder in Small Town X. Mixing reality TV with murder mystery, this Fox series aired its final episode on September 4th, 2001. The season's winner was Angel Juadabe Jr., a New York firefighter. Although Juadabe survived this search for a fictional killer, a tragic twist awaited.
Maybe wrong at this point because the image is still out of focus, but out of the 5 that are left, I believe Lambert may have done it.
1 week after Murder in Small Town X ended its run, Juadabe was among the first responders called upon during the World Trade Center attacks. He bravely gave his life in the midst of senseless chaos.
The murders that had recently occurred in Sunrise may be a copy of the Duchamps murder.
Although it was initially believed that Juadabe died with the first tower, his body was uncovered at the neighboring Marriott Hotel, which also collapsed. While Murder in Small Town X wouldn't return for a second season, the show's fisherman statue was dedicated to Juadabe's memory.
I would say in about a day or two, we can actually go ahead and finger someone for committing the crimes in Sunrise.
Number 16, Don't Make Me Over, Family Guy. Family Guy is something of a reputation for calling out celebrities well before they got canceled. A standout is a 2005 episode when Stewie runs through a mall naked on a dare, claiming that he's escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement.
Help! I've escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement! Help me!
When a writer pitched the joke, creator Seth MacFarlane was unfamiliar with the rumors circulating around about the Oscar-winning actor. As far as the public was concerned, that's all they were at the time, rumors. To get a joke like this past the standards department, it usually needs to be based on a widely talked about rumor or so outrageous that nobody could construe it as true.
You know, it's awfully dangerous for me to be walking around the mall at my height.
Fast forward 12 years, the rumors might have contained more truth than even Stewie realized.
God, I don't believe this. That is why you fail.
Number 15, Sophia's Choice, The Golden Girls. Contemplating their future, the 4 Golden Girls vow to stick together as they grow old. But Betty White's Rose questions what'll happen when only one remains.
Let's make a pact that we'll always take care of each other, that we'll never desert each other no matter what.
Sophia says she'll be fine, although actress Estelle Getty was the first cast member to pass away, despite being younger than 2 of her co-stars. The seating arrangement in this scene comes off as strangely prophetic. From the audience's perspective, Getty was seated furthest to the left, followed by B. Arthur, Rue McClanahan, and Betty White.
Is it because we know that Lillian's just plain lucky that a lot of old people do slip through the cracks and are forgotten? And maybe it may not be too long until we're elderly ourselves.
Each actress would pass away in this order. It's especially unsettling that Rose is the one who brings up the idea of being left alone. For more than a decade, White was the sole living Golden Girl until Rose joined her friends.
But what happens when there's only one of us left?
Number 14, Requiem for a Hairbag, Hill Street Blues. Best known for her work in Poltergeist, actress Dominique Dunn's career was tragically cut short following the taping of a Hill Street Blues episode. Dunn played a teenage mother named Cindy who was abused by her own mother.
You sure are some tough piece of work.
Do you ever have a kid?
What difference does it make?
You never had some baby keep crying on you when you did everything you were supposed to.
Behind the scenes, Dunn experienced domestic violence at the hand of her boyfriend, John Sweeney. The bruises on Dunn's face in the episode aren't purely the product of makeup. Sweeney gave them to her a day earlier, although it didn't become apparent how much danger Dunn was in until it was too late.
Cindy, would you go with this officer, please?
Bye, Cindy.
Bye, Cindy.
On October 30th, 1982, weeks before the episode aired, Sweeney fatally attacked her. Dunn's parents made the devastating decision to take their daughter off life support while the episode was dedicated to her.
Don't you understand that?
Number 13, Yes, No, Glee. Corey Monteith is another talent we lost just as he was getting started. A year before Monteith died from an overdose in July 2013, his character on Glee, Finn Hudson, made a disheartening discovery. Initially believing his father died in combat, Finn learns his death was actually the product of an overdose following struggles with mental illness.
Oh, I feel sick. It's a lot to hear. Just, take it slow.
Oh my God. I see everything that was good in him. I see it all in you.
Why did you lie to me? Why?
The last time audiences would see Finn Hudson alive was in an April 2013 episode where Monteith sang "You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party." He performed the song with Mark Salling, who also died prematurely under disturbing circumstances.
You gotta fight for your right to party!
Monteith exited that season a few episodes early to attend rehab. Although Monteith reportedly finished treatment, he wouldn't get a chance to take a final bow.
And then you bring your best and I bring my best and we go get another trophy.
Number 12, the strong silent type, The Sopranos. As Christopher's substance use continues to spiral out of control, his family and friends sit him down for an intervention. Naturally, Tony isn't afraid to be brutally honest with his protege. Christopher also has some choice words for Tony, saying he'll die from a heart attack by age 50.
There he goes, Mr. Type A personality.
While fans continue to debate whether Tony died in the final episode, Christopher's prediction would grimly reflect actor James Gandolfini's fate. It's not entirely accurate, as Gandolfini would live to turn 50. His life came to an abrupt end at age 51, however.
Have a heart attack by the time you're 50?
Oh, sit down. You're talking to the boss here.
Echoing Christopher's words to Tony, Gandolfini endured a fatal heart attack while on vacation in Rome. However you interpret the series finale, Sopranos fans agree this was truly the day Tony died.
You lied to me. I told you had a future with his family. I gave you that responsibility.
Number 11, Last Barbecue, The Cosby Show. Okay, we suppose every episode of The Cosby Show is disturbing through a modern lens. Yet one episode in particular indicated that Bill Cosby's on-screen persona wasn't as clean-cut as we thought.
Well, it certainly is nice to see them work things out for themselves.
They haven't worked anything out for themselves. It's my barbecue sauce.
Tensions between feuding couples begin to diffuse, which Cliff Huxtable takes credit for. Cliff claims there's a secret ingredient in his BBQ sauce that gets people in the mood. This revelation puts a smile on Claire's face, although it should be a look of horror.
My barbecue sauce. Haven't you ever noticed after people have some of my barbecue sauce, after a while when it kicks in they get all huggy-buggy?
Cliff's secret sauce doesn't seem so innocent, knowing the allegations that Cosby drugged and assaulted multiple women throughout his once esteemed career. Huggy-buggy is the word that Cliff uses to describe the sauce's effect, but we think a court of law might have a different definition.
I got a cup of it up on the night table. And
Number 10, No Good Deed, Person of Interest. This sci-fi drama revolved around a government computer called the Machine, which can access information beyond your imagination.
In each case, a single name gets added to what I wrote, and each time that name turns out to be the key to stopping a major terrorist attack. 6 for 6.
In Season 1's penultimate episode, an NSA security analyst named Henry Peck learns about the Machine and plans to inform the press. Almost a year after this episode debuted and 16 months after it was written, NSA intelligence contractor Edward Snowden leaked classified documents, revealing surveillance programs many deemed unethical.
The only way to be that accurate is with illegal surveillance on a massive scale. Then there's this. Siblings is an internal audit of the NSA internet. It's totally routine until they find signals hidden just beyond the Shannon limit.
The Machine doesn't exist in real life, but Snowden's actions confirm that the government is keeping a closer eye on citizens than we realized. Reflecting on the episode, actor Michael Emerson said, "I don't have to be in charge of selling this concept, this fictional concept, to anyone anymore. It ain't fiction, never was, and everyone knows it now."
How do you know all this? Because I built it.
Number 9, The Midnight Sun, The Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone often mirrored real-world issues that remain prevalent. Season 3's The Midnight Sun was ahead of its time, however. The episode sees the Earth slowly but surely heading toward the sun with temperatures skyrocketing.
There was a scientist on the radio this morning. He said that it'll get a lot hotter more each day, now that we're moving so close to the sun.
This turns out to be a dream, although Earth is actually moving away from the sun, making temperatures drop. When this episode premiered in 1961, climate change wasn't unheard of, but it was hardly top of mind. The term global warming wouldn't even be coined until 1975.
From the Weather Bureau. The temperature stood at 110 degrees at 11 o'clock this morning. Humidity 91%. Forecast for tomorrow, hot.
While the Earth isn't inching toward the sun, it's difficult to watch this episode now without thinking about the record-high temperatures that could mark civilization's downfall. Some write it off as science fiction, but climate change isn't restricted to the Twilight Zone.
She's coming out of it now. Norma. Norma.
Yes?
You've been running a very high fever, but I think it's broken now.
Number 8, Assignment Earth, Star Trek. In the Season 2 finale of Star Trek, the USS Enterprise travels back to 1968, the same year this episode aired. Spock mentions there's going to be an important assassination on this day.
There will be an important assassination today.
The line doesn't impact the episode, which was originally conceived as a backdoor pilot that never went anywhere. Less than a week later, though, Martin Luther King Jr., himself a Star Trek fan, was assassinated. Revisiting the episode today, this throwaway line now feels like a haunting omen.
Just people, without jobs or places to live.
So they get put in here?
Welcome to the 21st century, Doctor.
It wouldn't be the last time Star Trek proved eerily prognostic. In Season 3 of Deep Space Nine, the crew visits San Francisco during the 2020s, where homelessness and social unrest are more relevant than ever. Today is where the future and past intertwine.
Why do they sound so surprised? I mean, when you treat people like animals, you're gonna get bit.
Number 7, Series 22, Episode 3, Grange Hill. Consisting of more than 600 episodes across 31 seasons, this British teen drama had a revolving door of young talent. Actress Laura Sadler joined the cast in 1997 as Judy Jeffries, appearing in 30 episodes.
What are you trying to do to me? I mean, Fed's just creeping up on me like that. You scared me to death.
I just wanted to talk to you, that's all.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to talk about. You shouldn't be on school premises, Alec.
Sadler's time on the show came to an end in 1999 when Judy, attempting to get out of a burning storeroom, fell out of a window to her death. 4 years later, Sadler fell off the balcony of her boyfriend's flat. Sadler didn't survive the accident, with experts finding alcohol and drugs in her system. There might be a few differences, but many noticed that Sadler's death was grimly similar to her character's. Knowing how Sadler died, Judy's fate carries an even more tragic sentiment.
Judy!
Number 6. Eat, Drink, Dick, Marry. Third Rock from the Sun. This sitcom's third season ends on a cliffhanger with Phil Hartman's character kidnapping Harry, believing he can profit off him.
I'm looking for a scrawny little runt.
Oh, well, there are a few of those around here.
Well, this guy better look out. Oh, yeah! Because I'm a bad apple and I'm rotten to the core.
The episode leaves the door open for Hartman's character to return. 8 days after the episode aired, though, Hartman was murdered by his wife, Bryn, before taking her own life. Although Hartman worked on a few other projects that had yet to come out, his Third Rock guest spot was the last performance the world would get to see during his lifetime.
I think you're Harry.
Well, I think you're Harry.
While the showrunners had plans for Hartman's character, his absence would be explained in the season 4 premiere, where Harry is sold to a circus run by Larry Miller. Watching these two episodes, we're reminded that Hartman was taken far too soon.
A second, I don't remember signing any contract.
Yeah, but your former associate Randy LaFournier did. Yeah.
Number 5, the one with Rachel's other sister, Friends. Rewatching any Friends episode is bittersweet, knowing that Matthew Perry is no longer with us.
Careful. Careful. Careful!
I'll tell you what, for the rest of our lives, I'll be careful until told otherwise.
This season 9 Thanksgiving episode is especially rough, however. The storyline revolves around who will get custody of Emma if Ross and Rachel unexpectedly die. They choose Monica as a guardian, but if anything happens to her, Ross and Rachel aren't convinced that Chandler can handle the responsibility. Chandler proves that he's up to the task, but after accidentally breaking Monica's fine china, he isn't sure if he'll live much longer.
I'll be right there, Emma. Just let me get my trusty diaper bag here.
At the time, nobody could have imagined that Perry would be the first friend to leave us. In retrospect, what was once a funny zinger may be the most heartbreaking line in the series.
Well, what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
Number 4, Walkout, In the Heat of the Night.
That was Lawson Stiles' neighbor. He heard Stiles' dog going crazy barking, and he went over and he found Stiles dead.
O.J. Simpson was acquitted of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman's murders. Even after his passing, though, Simpson remains an infamous figure in the court of public opinion. It's easy to forget that Simpson was once a beloved figure, showing promise as an actor following his NFL tenure. In this TV adaptation of the Oscar-winning film, Simpson was considered for the role of Virgil Tibbs. The part ultimately went to Howard Rollins, but Simpson did make a Season 2 guest appearance as Councilman Lawson Stiles.
I'll be careful, and I'll get over to see you real soon, yeah? You just keep it warm for me.
Caught in the middle of a tense union strike, the councilman is murdered in his home one night. Wherever you stand on the OJ debate, there's no denying that this episode took an ironic turn 6 years later.
My babes.
Number 3, Chris Farley, Saturday Night Live.
But that was then. This is now. This time I'm not just talking the talk, but I'm going to be walking the walk, boss. Yeah.
In season 23, Chris Farley returned to SNL as host. It was Farley's last trip to his old stomping grounds and one of the last times we'd see the comedian alive. Barely 2 months after its airing, Farley tragically died of an overdose. Farley's behind-the-scenes struggles were evident in this episode, as many cast members noticed that he wasn't in the best health. Producer Marcy Klein even worried he might have a heart attack. The opening sketch in particular hits too close to home, as Tim Meadows and Chevy Chase try to convince Lorne Michaels that Farley is well enough to host following his last trip to a spa.
Chris has been doing great. He's completely sober for, what, 2 weeks?
Six.
Two, whatever. But what counts is Chris is not just talking the talk. He's walking the walk.
For a period following Farley's death, this sketch and his monologue were cut from syndication.
You know what I've learned? I've learned lessons about responsibility. Being responsible, not only to myself, but to the people around me. Yeah. That means you guys.
Number 2, Plague, The Dead Zone. COVID-19 has changed the way we look back on numerous TV episodes, including one of Supernatural that totally called the whole toilet paper thing.
Ever get back there? You hoard toilet paper. You understand me? Hoard it. Hoard it like it's made of gold. Because it is.
Thanks, Chuck.
Oh, you'll thank me all right. Mark my words.
The TV adaptation of The Dead Zone arguably came the closest to foreshadowing the pandemic, however.
I don't know. All I know is that it's highly infectious, and it may be fatal. Right now, we could all be infected. If we take this outside, we risk the whole town.
In Season 2, Johnny Smith has a vision of a deadly virus that originated from China and involved an animal. The characters discuss whether masks are necessary, look to chloroquine as a possible cure, and the coronavirus is even directly mentioned.
Well, it took 34 days to isolate the coronavirus that caused SARS, and that's fast.
I'm authorizing a quarantine on everyone who's come in contact with a symptomatic person.
While COVID-19 hadn't been discovered yet, SARS-CoV-1, a coronavirus strain, had recently led to a serious outbreak. This episode was largely inspired by the 2002-2004 SARS outbreak. Although in 2020 hindsight, it may feel like the writers had prognostic powers like Johnny.
It suppresses the enzymes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Pilot, The Lone Gunmen. The Lone Gunmen only lasted one season, but it's remembered for two things: being an X-Files spin-off and inadvertently predicting the September 11th attacks.
You said they intend to bring this down in the middle of New York City?
The pilot episode, which debuted on March 4, 2001, sees the lone gunman uncover a plot to hijack a commercial plane and crash it into the World Trade Center. Something like this wasn't entirely unprecedented, as the World Trade Center bombing had taken place several years earlier. Even so, it's unnerving just how close this episode came to predicting the reality we would face 6 months later.
World Trade Center. I'm going to crash the plane into the World Trade Center.
Not everything coincides with real life, as the episode exposes government workers as the villains. Of course, even that unintentionally foreshadowed some of the 9/11 conspiracy theories we've seen since.
Lost him. Sorry, sir.
I know who they are.
What other episodes play differently in retrospect? Let us know in the comments.